everyone, in this video we will discuss about our next chapter of chemistry, metals and non-metals. So let's see. As we know, in the world millions of substances are present and they all are made up from the basic unit of the substance called as elements. Elements are the substance. They are made up of only one kind of atom.
The classification of elements are metals, non-metals, metalloids and noble gases.
Metals. The most of the elements which are known to us are called as metals.
The different examples of metals are aluminium, brass, bronze, chromium, copper, gold, gunmetal, iron, lead, magnesium, mercury, platinum, silver, tin, titanium, uranium as shown in the pictures.
Metals are useful in our day-to-day life. Metals are playing important role in the day-to-day life. Metals are present in the nature in the combined state or it may present in the free state also. Properties of metals. First, most of the metals are solid at the room temperature. Exception, mercury is the metal which is present in the liquid state.
Mercury is a liquid metal which is liquid at the room temperature and it is used in the thermometer.
Metals are ductile. We can make the wires from the metals very easily.
Copper wire, aluminium wire, these are the examples of metallic wires.
Metals are malleable in nature. We can beat metals into the sheets without breaking them.
Aluminium sheets, copper sheets, these are the examples of metallic sheets.
Metals are good conductor of heat and electricity.
Conductor means the material that allows electric current to pass through it. Examples of metals are copper, aluminium, steel. They are the good conductor of electricity.
Metals have high melting and boiling point. Metals also have high density. Metals have shiny surfaces. That means metals are lustrous in nature.
Gold, silver, aluminium. These are the examples of shiny metals. They have shiny coating on it.
Metals can produce the sound when they get struck on hard surfaces. Metals can mix with the other metal and they can form the homogeneous mixture, for example, alloy of the metals. Non-metals. The non-metals are very less in number as compared to metals.
The examples of non-metals are sulfur, bromine, carbon, oxygen and selenium, phosphorus, hydrogen, nitrogen.
Non-metals are present in all the three states of matter: solid, liquid and gases.
Oxygen is present in gaseous state. Bromine is present in liquid state and the sulfur is present in solid state. These are the non-metals which are present in three different states.
Non-metals are soft in nature. Non-metals do not shine. They have dull surfaces.
Exception, diamond. Even diamond is a non-metal but it shines brilliantly and it is the naturally occurring hardest substance.
Non-metals are not ductile. Non-metals are not malleable. Non-metals have low melting and boiling point. They have less density. We cannot form a law of the non-metals by mixing two non-metals with each other. Non-metals are brittle in nature. They are not malleable. They do not produce any sound when they get struck. Non-metals are bad conductor of heat and electricity, except the graphite. Graphite is a non-metal, but it is the good conductor. Next point is corrosion in metals. Most of the metals, when they get exposed in atmosphere, they react with the moist air and they get corroded. Due to that, their properties are getting destroyed. For example, iron get corroded very easily and it reacts with the moist air and the reddish brown color layer is formed on the iron surface and it is called as rust. And rust can destroy the iron material also. Slowly it reduces its property and it gets destroyed completely to that metal. Aluminium also reacts with the moist air and it forms aluminium oxide. When copper gets exposed in moist air, there is a formation of green deposit layer of copper carbonate on the surface of the copper. When lead metal gets exposed to the moist air, it forms the lead carbonate white color layer on it.
Rusting is a slow oxidation process in which iron slowly reacts with oxygen of the air in presence of moisture and produces a flaky brown substance called rust. Examples of rusting are rusting of iron sheets, rusting of iron nails, and the rusting of train. Iron gates react with oxygen and moisture present in the air and it produces hydrated ferric oxide. It is also called as rust and rusting is a slow process.
Conditions for rusting. Air and moisture are the two conditions which are necessary for rusting. Necessary to prevent rusting of the iron. So to avoid or to prevent the rusting, there are various methods. So let's see the methods of prevention from rusting in detail. So begin with the red lead, oil paint, enamel coating, coal tar, plastic coating. These are the different coating which we can apply on the iron surfaces of the various devices or various things and we can prevent it from the rusting. Grease or oil. The various machines or the parts of the machines can be protected from the rusting by applying the thin layer of oil or grease. They also use as a lubricants in machine parts. Metallic coating. First, galvanization. In this process, the iron particles are dipped into the molten zinc and they prevent from the rusting. This method is used for such iron particles which are exposed in the heavy moisture. For example, the iron pipes, buckets, tubs which are coming again and again in contact with the moist. The sheets of the roof are also galvanized with this process. method, the iron particles are deep into the molten tin and then it is prevented from the rusting. Next, aluminium coating. This process is used to protect the iron parts in buildings, bridges and the cars alloy formation. This process, iron is fused with the nickel, chromium and carbon to form the alloy that is stainless steel. And stainless steel is a lustrous and corrosion resistive metal and which is used for various purposes. Electroplating. In this process, iron particles are coated with the or electroplated with the chromium, nickel or tin to make them corrosion resistive, and it is used in the jewelry to make them more attractive also. Next, let's see the uses of the metals. First, gold. Gold is used in the various electrical devices. It is used in computer, telephones and home appliances also because gold is a good conductor of electricity. Second, gold is a shiny metal. Due to it, it is used in the making ornaments, jewelries and the coins. Next, gold is also used to fill in the teeth cavities. Next, silver. Silver is also attractive metal and which is a costlier metal. It is also used in making jewelries. It is also used to fill teeth cavity. It is used in the photography. It is used in the form of silver bromide or silver nitrate. And it is also used in the electroplating method as an electrode. Next, iron. Iron is the most useful metal for us. Iron is used in construction of power transmission tower. It is also used in making utensils, buildings, bridges, machine parts, tanks, pipes and many more things. Copper. Copper is a reddish brown metal which is used to make utensils, and copper is a ductile metal, so it is useful in making of wires. It is also used in electrical devices. It also useful for making semi-precious ornaments. Next, aluminium. Aluminium is a most abundant metal which found in the earth crust. It is also the very good conductor of heat and electricity. So it is also used to make the electrical wires. It is used as a aluminium foil for packaging of foodstuff or the wrappers of the medicines. Aluminium is also used in window frames. Aluminium is also used as a paint to prevent the rusting of the iron. Next, zinc. Zinc is a brittle metal among all the metals, and zinc is used as an electrode. Zinc is a brittle in nature. It is used as an electrode. Zinc is also used in the galvanization process for prevention of rusting. Zinc is also used in making of the alloy of brass and bronze. Mercury. Mercury is a liquid metal which has property to expand on heating and to contract on cooling. So, due to this property, it is used in the thermometer, barometer and other scientific devices or scientific apparatus. Next, tin. Tin is a highly malleable metal, but it is not a ductile. Tin does not rust. Tin is used to make cans to keep foodstuff is also useful in the industry purposes. Oxygen is very necessary for burning process. Nitrogen. Nitrogen is used to produce the fertilizer such as urea. Nitrogen is also used in food canning such as packaging of potato chips and electrical bulbs. Carbon. Carbon is one of the most widely distributed element in the nature. Carbon is present in its three forms: coal, diamond and graphite. They are available in free state. Carbon is also present in a combined state in a living organism. So let's see about the three forms of carbon in detail. First, coal. Coal is a fuel which is mainly used in the industrial and as well as for the domestic purposes. Graphite. Graphite is a non-metal which is a good conductor of electricity. So graphite is used as an electrode in an electrolytic cell. Graphite is also used as a lubricant for machine parts. Graphite has property to mark the paper black. So it is useful to make the leads of the pencil. Diamond. Diamond is a form of a carbon. Diamond is a hardest naturally occurring substance in the nature, and the pure diamond is used to make the gem, or it is used as a gem, or it is used in the jewelry. But the impure diamond is used for cutting of the glasses or hardest substances. Iodine. Iodine is used in a photographic film in the form of potassium iodide. It is also used as an antiseptic. It is used in a very small quantity of iodized salt or iodized form for healthy and proper growth of the living being. Hydrogen. Hydrogen is used for converting vegetable oils into ghee. Hydrogen is also used to prepare the fertilizers like ammonia. Sulfur. Sulfur is used in manufacturing of the sulfuric acid. Sulfur is also used in the matchbox industry. Sulfur is also used as a fungicides or insecticides. Sulfur is also useful in manufacturing of the sulfur drugs which are used as antibiotics. Metalloids are the substances which shows the properties of metals as well as properties of non-metals also. Silicon. Silicon is one of the useful element to the mankind. It is not present in a free state. It always present in the combined state in the form of sand. And sand is used for making bricks, concrete and other construction materials. Silicon is also used to manufacture the hardest substance, that is silicon carbide. Sand is useful to make or to manufacture the glass. Sand is a principal element of the glass. Germanium is used as a semiconductor in electrical devices. Germanium is also used in a fluorescent lamp in the form of alloy. Antimony. Antimony is also used in the electrical industry for making the semiconductor devices. Antimony is also used in making paints, glass pottery, enamel coating and so on. Next, inert gases. The gases which do not react or do not combine chemically with the other any elements, they are called as inert gases. They are also called as noble gases. There are 6 inert gases which are freely available in the form of traces in atmosphere. The names of inert gases are helium, argon, neon, krypton, xenon and radon. So let's see their uses. Helium is the second lightest inert gas. So it is used in filling the weather observation balloons. Argon is used in an electrical bulb to improve quality and life of the electrical bulb. Neon. Neon is used in advertising signboards. Radon. Radon is a radioactive inert gas which is used in a cancer treatment.